All right, this is David True. This is our Module 7 assignment for momentum during change. We understand as leaders, as educators, as administrators, as program developers, that change is hard. When we are new coming into a system, we know that change is hard. When we are trying to lead our staff in another direction, change is hard. So the biggest thing that we have to reassure with our staff is that it does not have to be difficult. And as a leader, we have to strategically work through that process to develop momentum, sustain that momentum, and then start gaining success. So we're going to start from the top. Change is hard. Ongoing strategic management requires change. If you become stagnant, if you become stale, if you become complacent, you will never progress. You will always be stuck in those ways, and there will never be anything that follows after your initial success. That initial success can happen in the first month, can happen in the first year, and it's going to take time. But once you get to that point, now what are you going to do? Things that need to cause change are time, situations, and coalitions. And when it works, don't change it. But using our text and using a quote from Bryson, human service systems that are stable are more likely to perform well than systems in a state of flux. So why do we need to keep moving forward? Well, we have to keep moving forward because strategies do stop working. Why do they stop working? Well, think of like a Shark Tank proposal. Either the product fails or you pivot. And that's why individuals go to the Shark Tank. They go there to sell an idea to get additional funding. And if they don't have that funding, they usually are not successful. So that leads us to our first point. Insufficient resources equal insufficient progress. If you don't have the right financial background, if you don't have the right processes in place, things will not continue to grow. So problems with change, you have to have new strategies because you are not evolving. I remember those books coming out that you can find in the library, and it was like KISS, Keep It Simple, Stupid. And it was how to play poker, how to shoot pool, how to write a project, how to complete a doctoral degree. I wish there was a book on that. I could probably read that as well. But there are too many policies and strategies in place that do cause issues. They cause anxiety. They cause too many directions. You start becoming too misaligned. There are too many issues with things over here don't match things over here. And then in addition, you have a political environmental shift that causes attention. So your attention is always going to be focused on, here's my first 10 steps. This is what I'm going to do. But then something happens over here and you're like, how do I continue down my path of success when I know I have to navigate my attention this other direction? And those strategies need to be in place to help navigate those waters, help navigate that direction, help get you around those hurdles, but back on track. So how do we keep moving forward? We keep moving forward by making sure that we have a strong strategic management system. This management system is a plan. It is a purpose. It looks at your performance and it looks at your results. If I know that I'm going to sell this product and this product is going to make me this much money, or it's going to help me create something else, that is a strong management system. It helps monitor the environment and the trends. If I am building a program in my school and we start talking about attendance and grades, and then all of a sudden we have to start integrating safety into our school, I have to be able to monitor those trends and help navigate down those paths to be successful. The next thing is making sure that we have a clear vision that is built around our mission and our values. How do we build a strategic management system? This is important because this answers a lot of the questions on how is this going to work? What is the approach? Who do we talk to? Those action guidelines allow us to make sure that we are headed in the right direction and making sure that we're meeting our goals and our progress and our points and our benchmarks on a timely basis. And how are we going to get there is always going to be the main thing. How many people is it going to take? Are we going to need money? Building a strategic management system is going to be our guiding light to make sure we have success. And with this comes communicate, communicate, communicate. I have been in situations where I had a principal that did not communicate and everything was left up in the air. And it made it very difficult to be successful and help our teachers be successful in the classroom, and our parents and our students and everybody felt lost. And then I've also been in a situation where our principal over communicates. I would rather have somebody that over communicates, because without communication, strategy is useless. I need somebody to help build that direction, help build that path, help build that where we want to be. And with that positivity, usually have productivity. We can measure that productivity through graphs. We can have confidence with how we are growing. And what is the best way to communicate? That's the million-dollar question sometimes. How do we communicate effectively? We communicate through technology. We communicate through email, phone calls, face-to-face meetings, expectations. There's a million ways to do it. But how are you doing it to help build that path? So now what? We want to be a leader for others to follow. We have to have a strategy in action. So what is an action? It is a motion. It is a process. It is success. Thank you for listening to my project. And if you have any questions, please reach out.